Anybody heard from India? It's a friendship, it's a kinship, it's a relationship, and all that means is what a brunch bunch ship. It is my favorite day of the week. It is Throwback Thursday, and I always say, in order to know where you're going, you must know where you come from. Listen, we are so excited on this day because God gave us all an opportunity to see another day and to get it right. Listen, any day above ground is a good day, but you know what? If God happened to call us home, that is a great day of rejoicing that it should be. Because listen, when we all get to heaven, I can't get nobody to help me up in here. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing it will be. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It is Legal Talk Thursday with Attorney India Rios will be joining us. Of course, Tamara Fair is still on sabbatical, but guess what? All great things must come to an end. And guess what? Hers is coming to an end. And I'm so excited that she will be back on next week with us right back in studio. Listen, we got a great show for you. There are so many things happening in the world. So you don't want to go anywhere because we got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
Hey, my people, ready to level up your kindergarten classroom game?
Right, you're like, no, I saw you.
It's your roadmap to running a tight ship while keeping the vibe fun and inclusive. Say bye-bye to those chaos-filled days and hello to smooth sailing with my tried and true tips. Let's empower our little ones together. Grab your copy now and let's make magic in the classroom.
Hey, it's your girl Money Nika. Life is full of uncertainties, but your family.
Okay, what songs we got, Jarrell? We ain't had a song list. Oh. Okay, I'm not ready yet. Is it good one?
I'm a soldier. I'm not ready yet. Gain the world.
That's natural enhancement.
Huh?
That's natural enhancement.
Natural, buddy. Natural.
You say, ain't one ball over here.
Natural. That's all me, Joe. Oh, can you hear me? Check the sound.
We got about 3.
Because I got this microphone on. Jewelry store called David Yerman. Play a song, because I want to get India time. Because I want to talk about well, don't say it like I ain't ready yet, but you know. You can hear me good? I think I have solved our echo problems.
Has all the ones your skin could ever need. Envelop your
right, so last copy.
Derived skincare and makeup that is also talc-free and cruelty-free. The foundation is weightless and feels like skin. The lipstick and eyebrows are so pigmented.
What's up, DJ B-Lo? Okay.
Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself.
I'm going to. Oh, I know what we need to do.
That's right, because Thursday get his haircut. Tired. Christmas, something like Popeye shit in the crotch.
What you would do is his money. And besides, in the raw way,
He's like, get that
turn down
You never thought about growing a fool?
What?
You never thought about growing a fool?
This is a full
Talking
beard.
about, can you grow up, boy?
Oh, the Gen Z got jokes.
I'm talking about like down here, like to down here, by the neck.
Hey, don't worry about my beard. Just get good picture.
You gotta think about it. It's a life change.
Samir, how are you today? I'm absolutely positively amazing.
You shampoo your hair, shampoo your face too. You use treatment twice a week. I mean, it runs.
India Rios, because I said Ramos last time. She wasn't here.
Please don't.
There was a lot going on. It was when the light skinned lawyer was here.
Right. Oh, okay.
All my thoughts was all over.
And make a wise choice to secure your tomorrow. Secure home and automation. You've heard the name. Now experience the promise of ultimate.
You sound like Kamala Harris over there.
Call Stacey Johnson at 866.
I'm talking to you.
3344.
Lord Jesus.
866-447-3344.
Because her dad's Jamaican. And where's the other way around?
I don't talk to him. He don't matter. But now,
Right, Kamala's mama Indian, her daddy Jamaican. You may be her cousin. Okay, what's up, Facebook? Lisa Thompson, I'm going to go live on Instagram, too. Is it because my lining is crispy I'm going on live? Oh, sorry, y'all. I am, I got a new microphone on. We ready. Can we get a little volume on this? It's Throwback Thursday on the Brunch. How's everybody's week going? Last night we did our last Dreaming Out Loud podcast webinar series, and we had one of the vice presidents of Wintrust Bank on. You can turn it down just a little, Jarrell. We had Mikai Brown from not Wintrust Bank, I'm sorry, U.S. Bank. And she was dropping some nuggets on how entrepreneurs can get funded for their businesses. And I've been banking for a very long time, and I said it on the webinar last night, that she really taught me some stuff. She really gave us some good game on how to get funded. So if you missed it, make sure you go look at our recap on YouTube. Yeah, on YouTube. What YouTube page did I broadcast to? What's up, Howard Davis? What's up, y'all? How many? I thought you said 10. I was in no. Can you check on the attorney for me? We just had to go into. Yeah. Charlicia Hurd. What's up, Londa Clavon, Lisa Thompson, DJ B-Lo. Attorney India is joining us today. Olivia Pope of Business. What's up, Tasha? I thought about you this morning. I needed to text you. I was thinking about our girl, Mika. God rest her soul. I was actually looking up another client's information, and Mika's name popped up, and the screen froze, and I felt like it was a sign from her, and I took a moment to think about the amazing work we did together and that she was doing before God called her home. 1 minute. You don't know like I know.
So we gonna do this in a row?
Yeah. Yeah, she was an amazing woman. Thank you for connecting us, Tasha. I was talking about last night workshop we did. Thank you, my brother. My bro just texted me. My barber got my line on point. Yeah, but then I just realized I forgot to really sponge my hair this morning. I left the barbershop. Cornelius Cole, what's up, man? We were just talking about TNC Fitness in the barbershop. It's Throwback Thursday. I'm on 10. We on our way into the fourth quarter.
We're in the Raw with Tamara Fair on the Brunch Bunch.
So, of course, I'm not Tamara Fair on the Brunch Bunch, but listen, in the Raw, we are going to talk about everything we need to know. If you have not heard, Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted. The New York City Mayor Eric Adams was indicted on 5 federal charges in connection to his relationship with the Turkish government. You know, I don't know, and I'm gonna do some research on this before I say I don't know if this has happened as frequent in American history, but it seems that we have a lot of politicians, including Trump. Sorry, Jarrell, I know how you feel about Donald Trump, but including Trump, who has been charged with 34 felonies. But now we see New York Mayor Eric Adams. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw the indictment, I just literally assumed that maybe it had something to do with Diddy, but I'm glad that it did not have anything to do with Diddy. But listen, New York City Mayor Eric Adams was indicted on 5 federal charges because of his relations with the Turkish government. Now, today, federal prosecutors just unsealed the indictment filed against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Adams is facing a 5-count indictment featuring charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, federal program bribery, and to receive campaign contributions by foreign nationals, wire fraud, solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national, solicitation of a contribution by a foreign national, and bribery. Sounds like, the American way. But listen, in response to the charges, which he was notified of Wednesday evening, Adams said, I am innocent and I will fight with every ounce of my strength and spirit. And we must remember, and we got the lawyer here with us, but we must remember that in America, you are innocent until proven guilty. Now, unfortunately, the court of moral judgment will make you guilty immediately and cancel you. But we must support our brothers and sisters until we find out if they're actually guilty, right? So, federal prosecutors brought forth this indictment following a probe into the mayor's suspicious relations with the Turkish government. And I quote, as Adams' prominence and power grew, his foreign national benefactors sought to cash in on their corrupt relationships with him, particularly when in 2021 it became clear that Adams would become New York City's mayor. Adams agreed, providing favorable treatment in exchange for the, and I quote, illicit benefits he received, read the indictment. Now, that favorable treatment included a discounted stay at the St. Regis Istanbul from a businesswoman who sought to ingratiate herself with then Brooklyn mayor in 2017, which he failed to disclose, the indictment claims. So, uh keep up with me. So he got a discount on the hotel room, which don't seem too suspicious to me just yet. We'll keep going. I didn't got a lot of discounts
from a foreign national.
I
From
mean,
a
he
foreign national
was
that's registered in politics.
he was in Istanbul though. So I mean, of course, when you go to Atlanta, you call your people in Atlanta, right? So you're in Istanbul, you call your people in Istanbul and say, hey, I'm out here. What you got? They gave him a discount, but I digress. The favorable treatment, the feds also claimed that Mayor Adams and his companions received discounted and free travel on Turkish Airlines and free stays at luxury hotels from a senior Turkish diplomat who facilitated straw donations to Adams. Now, that's where it gets tricky, right? Straw donations meaning they had other people to donate. But
wonder why.
But I also say I'm trying to bring it back to reality. How many of you listening to me have used your cousin buddy pass or flight benefits? So it's like, dang, now I got to be careful when justice say, hey, I got these free flights. Now I can't get to Miami for free because I don't know what's tied to it. And of course, that doesn't mean then justice is like, oh, I gave my homie free flights. He's running for mayor. He's a good dude. You should donate. Okay, I'm just trying to bring it to some reality, Attorney Rios, or Ramos, as Jarrell said.
Stay with it. That's not the first time either.
so, Now, the indictment also claims Adams was pressured to repay the senior official by convincing the New York City Fire Department to facilitate the opening of a 36-story Turkish consular skyscraper without a fire inspection. Now, that's where the issues do have to come. The indictment comes after FBI agents raided Adams' home and seized his iPhone. So, those are just some of the charges. We will keep researching and finding out. But my question is to the attorney. What do you think?
When you're doing business with foreign nationals, we've seen this before. Don't we remember Michael Flynn? Remember Michael Flynn?
Yes.
Obviously, Michael Flynn was really getting paid. And then Trump ended up pardoning him, right? But we've seen this before. The thing about foreign nationals, whether it's cash or it's an in-kind situation, only reason I'm giving you this discount on this hotel is because I want you to use your official position to do something for me. The only reason I'm letting you fly for free is because I want you to use your official position to do something for me, right?
But if that's not said, you can't. I mean, now I do know that in American government politics, you work certain positions, you especially in the healthcare industry, you can't give away something over a certain amount, right? There are certain regulations, but if this isn't regulated and saying, hey, so Attorney India Rios is my friend now, right? She's on the show with me every week. And then I said, hey, Attorney India, I have these free flight passes for you. I'm not using them. You take them. You take them, right? But now you're running for Attorney General of the United States of America. And I'm like, hey, I've been knowing you for years, but here's my discount on the hotel. Now, down the line, I get into something and I need your help. Of course, who am I going to call? My friend, the Attorney General. As a friend and as someone who has a position that can help, what do you expect to do? You expect to help your people, right? So I don't know. So I just do want to say this, and Charlicia said on Facebook, free and hookups. The white man been getting and doing this and still getting. This is a whole bunch of craziness. I can't say what else to say. But I will say that I can agree. And because, not just because he's a black brother, but that's at the top of the list. We cannot join the
persecution party.
The persecution party right off top because the man got indicted. We don't know, these are, usually when indictments come, you're still innocent, right? Because
absolutely.
Right.
You're innocent until you're proven guilty. Another thing about indictments too is a lot of times, indictments will be beefed up. So it'll be a few things that they know they can't make stick, but they kind of trying to work through and dig on, you know what I mean? So not everything that's in there has already been substantiated. That's not what an indictment means, that we have significant proof of all of these things. A lot of times in the legal world, we like to use the terms upon information and belief, which is like, I really don't know, but I think.
And so because of that, we're going to indict and we're going to keep, doing our investigation. We're going to keep interviewing witnesses and suspects and all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
So exactly what's happening. Let's not jump on it. I'm praying that he is vindicated and that he did not do any wrongdoing intentionally, because we are humans, we make mistakes. But I'm just keeping it real. If I fly to Malaysia, my cousin works for the Malaysian government, right? I'm calling my cousin for whatever hookups I can get or whatever information, because I'm coming to this country. Don't mean I'm colluding with foreign nationals on purpose, right?
But you aren't, because you're not in a position of any political power. Depending on what your cousin from Malaysia is doing, they could be colluding, right? And you got to be termed a foreign national. Like, that's something like you do like a paperwork process for, and like you identify there is like a definitive list of these people who are foreign nationals. So that's something that's important to remember too. It's not like, oh, I didn't know this person was a foreign national. You could have known. And ignorance of the law is not an excuse for breaking it.
I love that. And the Bible teaches us, do not let your good be ill spoken of. So you got to be very careful. But the story did report that in 2017, prior to him being the mayor, he got this discount and the free flight too. So that's why I'm using it, because, I may not be in a position of influence now, but, maybe down the line. But are you going to look at every free gift I got?
If that gift later on results in me making decisions in my official capacity, and my decisions are swayed by the fact that you did something for me, whether I was in office at the time or not, it's going to be improper. And then sometimes maybe what you're doing isn't necessarily improper, but appearances matter.
Yeah.
Appearances are enough to create a situation for you. And then, like you said, as a brother, we shouldn't crucify him right before we know everything, right? But then also, as a brother, he knew that it was things that he just can't do.
Which is sad, though. Which is
it's a sad reality.
The reality shouldn't be that because I'm black, I can't do certain things. But we do know this is America, right?
Exactly.
But that's why and that's why I'm speaking to us that look like each other. I'm saying, hey, let's not jump on the bandwagon, right? Let's not get the pitchforks and let's not get the torches and march to this brother's house and say off with his head and hang him and all that with everybody else. Because let's let the law do what it's supposed to do and pray for him.
Yeah.
Because I know an elected official who was indicted. Our people were ready to throw him local. And I never forget, I went to a church and I spoke for him. And because it's him today, it could be me tomorrow, it could be you tomorrow. And these were false accusations, but we just throw people away too fast, right?
Absolute cancel culture is really a sad state of the world right now.
Yes.
Because I think we all are ready to cancel people rather rapidly. And then you got to think too, it's almost like, this person, he was just so popular, he was just so beloved, right? Everybody was speaking so great about him in recent months, how he was handling different crises and things that he was doing in different initiatives. And now it's like, oh, it's this cloud over you in this moment. And we're not really sure how it's going to come out. But a lot of times just being accused is enough to really ruin you in these spaces.
Yeah. Well, the Bible teaches, Jesus said, he without sin cast the first stone, right? And the Bible is right, somebody's wrong. So we need to apply biblical principles to what we're going through in life right now. And if you have never took a favor, if you have never got nothing free or a discount, then throw your stones. If you have, hold tight, Jim Shoe. But listen, hold tight because we got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390. Well, about time.
I was running behind.
All right, did you get the link so you can go live with us?
Oh, I never go live with you.
Well, you are. Come on. And I got your microphone.
Did you get the link so you can come? I guess I can go live on.
Help on one of them, yeah. Listen, you losing a good audience.
I be on my.
We got 108 viewers on Facebook. I ain't gonna say how many I got on Instagram. I'm building that up though.
Are we beefing with Turkey? Is it illegal to have Turkish friends?
No.
I know it sometimes it be like that.
But it ain't though. It ain't. That's why I'm like.
Because I don't know if we can have Russian friends.
No, well.
You know what I mean?
You can have whatever friend you want, but I wouldn't be. Look, Dennis Rodman is friends with Kim Jong-un.
If you take a gift from him, though, you indicted.
Well, yeah, you better be very careful.
You ain't my friend, you don't give me no gift. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I give my friends gifts. Now, I'm not going to break no laws for my friend, but.
It'd be racist to be like, oh, you Turkish fan, I can't give you no gift because I'm not getting like, right?
Yeah, that's bogus.
That's racist.
What's up, Instagram? What's up, Facebook? What do you think? Should Mayor Eric Adams be in trouble for taking gifts from Turkey? Let me tell you something. I need to know what he did before being the mayor, too. I don't know his full history. Because that makes sense, too.
Wasn't he the one, too, though, that, was handling... What was he handling so well? I feel like I've heard him speak, and everybody was just appreciating something that he was doing when it was coming to, the way he was dealing with the migrant situation and the way that he had dealt with some other things in regard to COVID, I'm pretty sure, or, it was a housing thing going on, an initiative that he had, it was a lot of things that he had going on that were really good, and it's almost like all of that stuff is forgotten in this very moment right here.
Yeah, always. It don't matter how much good I do for you. The one time I don't do something for you, that's all you're going to talk about.
You know what? My chief used to always say, you're only as good as your last evolution.
Londa said it won't be an issue if things are consistent across the board for all races, nationality. Charlicia, I agree. We need to stop attacking our own every time the media says attack. That is true. Yeah. Listen, right is right, wrong is wrong, right? But we have to put ourselves in other people's shoes sometimes. I get hookups all the time. So should I not go in Dave's Hot Dog? Shout out to Dave's Hot Dog and let them give me my Polish for free, because then they gonna call me to, they need help with the city, and I'm gonna go advocate for them, because that's, if I got the hookup, that's what we supposed to do.
I understand why this is a problem. I don't get it. If that's a problem, then
all right, Facebook, India is coming with us shortly. You're gonna get to see the attorney live. Okay, you got your microphone on?
I think so.
Okay, mute.
I'm muted.
So who live? What's that noise?
Oh, that's...
She
watching it too?
Attention entrepreneurs, it's your girl, Attorney India Rios, your shop for trademark services.
Okay, Bloom. How do we sound? Is this still feedback? India talk, testing 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing.
Can you hear us, Justice? I want to make sure that we are. It's fine. Is there feedback? Okay, so feedback coming from. Listen, if not, I'm sending these mics back. Get my.
The OMG girls.
But oh.
It's printed, bro. I don't know what it's gonna look like.
We'll figure that out.
The website's gonna be letting me print.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson. Life can throw you a lot of curveballs. Sometimes these life events can seriously.
When you get these little mics, we stepping it up, huh?
Yeah, listen. But my content case.
Come on, content case.
I won't leave nothing. And look, Jarrell, it carried the stands at the bottom, the tripod. I ain't leaving nothing at home no more. We about to get some great content.
How many pages was it supposed to be?
I'm checking.
I only got 2 pages.
Oh, I don't think it's that long.
30 seconds.
I got 20 phones. Right? Yeah. Quick, and then we're going into India.
It's missing a lot. Because we're not talking about the trade dress.
See if we have Norman Hutchins, It's Your Season. We should.
Go ahead and give us a phone call at 815-277-6772. Again, that's 815.
That's true. Charlize said it's no different when companies sponsor other companies.
Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. So what's going on is, if you didn't know, this year makes my 7th year on the show. 7 is God's perfect number. But I started this show and the What's Going On segment as a sponsor with Tamara Fair and her last co-host, D Nash. And it was because I knew what was going on in the community. So that's why we named it. And so I got a community announcement for you. I'm going back to my roots. Divine Purpose and United for Better Living is hosting a family movie night. It is going down this Friday, September the 27th at 7 p.m. Admission is free. It includes popcorn and other refreshments will be available for purchase. It's going down at the Care Center. That's 230 North Colmar, Chicago, Illinois, 60624. You can contact Victoria Allen at 773-719-0542 or Cherie Brown Harvey at 773-261-3309 for further information. That's family movie night. Grab your family, your neighbors, your kids. Come out for a safe environment at the Care Center. It is a beautiful facility that is owned and operated. It's an extension of my church, Corinthian Temple Church of God in Christ, where our bishop is Bishop David Todd Whitley. It's going to be an amazing evening for families to come out. That's this Friday, 7 p.m. It's free. So if you need something to do this weekend, you want to join Divine Purpose and United for Better Living. And shout out to Vicki Allen, retired Lieutenant Daniel Allen, who are the founders and CEOs of Divine Purpose, and of course, Kathy Allison, the executive director of United for Better Living, and Cherie Brown Harvey, a program director. And the funny thing is, everything I know, Attorney India, about community work and nonprofit work, I learned from United for Better Living. You know, when I joined the church, I had my own business, so I didn't have any coworkers, and I was lonely. No, so I went to the community center, and there was an open office, and I kind of took stake in that office and opened my business there so that I can work from the church every day and help the community. And so my pastor, Bishop Whitley, and Kathy Allison taught me everything I know about running a nonprofit, and then I started my own. And so now all of the things that I do in the community, I do from this hub. And so I say all that to say, trust me, I love it. It's a safe space. So if you're free, come out this Friday, 7 p.m. We're going to have a good time. But listen, talking about a good time, we got Attorney India Rios from the 7-Eleven Law Group coming up next to talk all things law. It's the legal hour right here on the Brunch on Inspiration 13 night. Listen, it's your season. I'm like the pastor of church that just be yelling stuff out over the microphone. Did y'all find the song? No. Okay, well, we're going to keep it going with songs of praise from Great Harvest right here on the Brunch on Inspiration 1390. I figured, because I'm like, I know we got it. It's your season. Norman Hutchins.
Lee J. Hassan, if you're still on here, I absolutely can help you with that. I took a screenshot. I'm going to send you a DM after the show so that we can talk about it further. I'm going to send you a DM to schedule a consultation. And then once we go through the consultation process, if you decide to hire me to actually respond to the office action, then the consultation fee will be applied to that service as well. But the first step is for us to get a consultation going.
What's up, Larissa? All right, we playing your church. What's up, Sweat It Off Fitness? Thank you. We're looking forward to having you. So what we got today, India?
I'm going to talk about the T.I. verdict. I want to talk about that a little bit. Trade dress, exactly what was going on there. And then I want to talk about a call that I got recently this week. Just some things, in the trademark space that I want people to really understand when it comes to, I had somebody say to me, that's a prelude to too much, like, well, I don't care if somebody uses the brand. And I want to explain a little bit more behind it. You know what I'm saying? Of course not.
Don't mute Diddy.
Oh, Lord. I got answers for all of your questions, but you're going to have to schedule a consultation. As soon as I get off the radio, I'll send you a link.
When wrong.
Oh, yeah, I need that.
Oh. Let's swap glasses. Y'all, I got too many gadgets. How long we got on here? No, we only want about 30 more seconds. Drop India commercial. Wait, she got an intro, right? All right. I got a hiding place. Hey, Meta, record. Hey, Meta, record. I know, like, dang, Meta, you ain't listening. Oh, you know what? No, I forgot. I got a new phone. I gotta reconnect them. Dang it! It took your picture though. Mm.
Why you got clear lenses?
They transition.
Oh.
Cause I don't want to be in a room with sunglasses on.
You like when they transition. Come on.
It's time for Attorney India Rios right here on the Brunch. Call that name. That name is above every name. And you know what? He will be a doctor in the hospital when you're sick. And guess what? He'll be your lawyer in the courtroom, helping your lawyer, Attorney India Rios. Woo! Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here today. Got so many things I want to discuss.
I love your radio voice. Listen,
Oh,
it's
do you
shifting
love
real
it?
quick.
Let me bring my real voice back. I'm just playing.
So, Attorney India, you have been helping, and you know what? Yesterday, our guest was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for having Attorney India on." We hired her. She is helping us with our trademark. She started telling me a little bit about her battle, and she was like, "If I hadn't have saw Attorney India on the show, I don't know what I would have done." And so, what you do is very important. And last night, we ended our webinar series, and I mentioned that we kicked it off with the legal expertise of Attorney India because we know we need to have our businesses in order, our brands secured. Then we went on to accounting. Then we went on to marketing and branding. And then we finished with funding. But none of that could be possible without the assistance of an attorney like yourself.
Well, I appreciate you so much. And talk about a powerful series. I seen that you had Kiana do the marketing one. Major powerhouse in the marketing industry. I hope that everybody took advantage of the program. I'm not sure. Are you going to offer that again?
I am. You know what? And by the grace of God, the next time it'll be free because we got a sponsor. The sponsor to help make sure that we're spreading this word. But so when I see stories in the news and they pertain to your expertise, I always text them to you immediately because we like to do case studies on this show. So you got a story you want to talk about?
Yeah. We should call it Trademark T.
Oh,
right?
I like that. Okay.
T, right?
So we're gonna have to do an intro for that. We're gonna have to do a trademark T intro. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not sure how many of you remember or are familiar with it, but recently it's been in the news that T.I. and Tiny won a $71 million lawsuit against MGA Dolls, I believe, MGA Entertainment Inc. Right? So they won a $71 million lawsuit against them, right? And this has been a long battle for them. This case, they had a trial. The jury was improperly instructed in the first trial, so then they had a retrial. So I can only imagine what the legal bills is looking like in this situation. But the basis of this lawsuit was the OMG Girls. I'm not sure how many people remember the OMG Girls because I feel like they had like a short stint in a sense. Reginae Carter was almost an OMG girl, but she ended up not being one. But the OMG
I said
girls,
but I don't remember them. But I did some research.
So, and it was what was the name of their show? T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle.
Yeah.
So when they had the Family Hustle show, they had came up with this concept that with their oldest daughter, Zanique, they were going to launch this girl group, the OMG Girls, right? And the OMG Girls, they had like ended up getting signed. They had like a couple little bops that came out. It really didn't take off in the music industry for real, and the group kind of fizzled out. But with T.I. and Tiny know, when you in business, you're gonna register and take ownership of every aspect of your brand.
Yes.
Every aspect. So they took ownership and they registered trademarks for the name. They registered trademarks for the trade dress and like the style, the overall finesse and feel of the group. And then also, without taking any type of registration, you always have your likeness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's your personal image and people coming and trying to use your personal image. Well, in this case, MGA Entertainment dropped a line of dolls called the OMG dolls. Right?
So wait, the same name?
The same, almost OMG girls, OMG dolls, right? OMG girls, OMG dolls. So already very much so close,
Yeah,
right?
they couldn't even get creative, right?
But to make matters worse, the dolls look like miniature versions of the girls who were in the group.
Yep.
Right? Obviously, they tried to claim that, they were using free speech. What's even funnier about this situation is that it wasn't T.I. and Tiny who initiated the claims, right?
Oh.
I believe that they sent off a cease and desist and potentially a demand letter for damages for what they had dropped, for what MGA Entertainment had came out with. And then MGA took it upon themselves to file a preliminary injunction and seek a declaratory judgment stating that they were not infringing, right? So they took it to court. They're like, we're not going to pay you. We're not going to buy a license from you, right? Because when you're in business, why wouldn't you want to make money with your mark? Especially when you consider the fact that the group had already fizzled out, right? So why not make money with your mark and issue a license?
Yep.
In this situation, they were trying to, go about the business of, hey, we own this. You're infringing on our mark. You need to pay us a licensing fee. You need to pay us this, that, and the third. And they were like, we're not going to pay you anything. We're not stealing anything from you. And to double down on the situation, we're going to take you to court so that the judge can say that for us.
Wow.
End up losing $71 million.
Listen. When I read that story, it was very interesting. And, my friends know I love all things business. And so I didn't even see the story. Someone called me, and we were having a conversation about it. And I said, oh, this is going to be great whenever Attorney India comes back on the show. And when I texted you, like, I'm already on it. So I did some research. The dials looked
identical
exactly
to the girls.
like the girls. I'm talking hair colors, ponytail, the outfits, then the name. And it was like, come on, bruh, if you're going to steal, at least come up with a better name. Why you didn't call them the non-GMO dials?
Something. Something.
OMG, GMO, I don't know, whatever.
Something.
Because then you could have been like, oh, no, that's not it. That's not OMG, that's GMO, but then same name. So whoever was overseeing that product line needs to be let go immediately, right?
And I'm sure it wasn't one person. I feel like a whole room full of people need to be let go.
Yeah, but whoever brought it to the table, definitely then the whole room who agreed on it, who didn't do any due diligence, will say, hey, where did you get this from? Or maybe they just didn't know because they don't know our culture, right? So whoever stole the idea knew it and didn't think nobody else in the room was going to do it, but it cost them $71 million.
And it's funny that you say that because T.I. and Tiny were also trying to set precedent for cultural misappropriation, which I feel like would have been a really large win for us in the Black community, but the court banned them from having that be one of the issues of the claims, basically saying that, you're stealing our culture. Then that should be something that we should also be able to sue you for. Another thing, not only do I think that the person who introduced this idea should be let go, I think that the legal team that they had at MGA Entertainment
side eye, to be perfectly honest with you, because when you consider the fact, I'm just thinking, hypothetically, my client comes to me, tells me that they've received the cease and desist, right? I don't think that my advice to you is going to be, let's take them to court.
Fight it.
Let's take them to court, especially not after I look at the product lines and I look at the things that were out there for the OMG girls and see what they had already produced and put out there and what they had trademarked and took protection and ownership of. I would be very wary to advise my client that our best course of action here is to go to court. Yeah, I think maybe we need to counter offer whatever they were demanding in the licensing. Maybe we could do something that's based on a sales structure or something to that effect. But I don't think
because they could have saved a lot of money. Because they could have said, well, we'll give you a cut now, or we'll just change the dials, or we'll give you the dials.
71 million was the judgment, right, to T.I. and Tiny. I'm sure that included T.I. and Tiny's legal fees, right?
Right.
But I know that in addition to that 71 million, they had to pay their legal team as well, right? And when you think about a case that has went all the way through one trial, and then we had a whole retrial, right? You're looking at millions of dollars in legal fees that you've also incurred in addition to the 71 million that you have to pay out.
The legal fees, million. I'm going back to school. But listen, I'm in the wrong business. Well, that was interesting. And that's why I think, and that's why I'm glad you're a part of the Brunch, because we had to educate people. Because someone can steal your stuff right now, but if you don't have all these protections in place, guess what? You're not going to be like T.I. and Tiny and get 71 million.
Not at all. And you could be worse off and be in a situation to where somebody has registered the brand and now you don't have ownership of it, which I think really segues into my next main topic here, which is that, I had somebody recently tell me, like, I'm thinking about trademarking some stuff, but I really just don't see the value in doing so, because I don't care if somebody else uses the name, or I don't care if somebody else uses the logo or creates their own brand that's similar. And I had to explain to them, well, would you care if you couldn't use it anymore? Mm-hmm. I think that's the deeper question here. Maybe you don't care if somebody else is using it, which is a problem. You really should be policing your mark and making sure that nobody's putting out things as you, right? But at the same time, in addition to that, somebody could come and tell you that you can't use it. Somebody could register it since you haven't registered it, and they could take ownership of it, and then you could be the one receiving the cease and desist or getting the lawsuit filed against you for you to stop using it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's just something that you also got to consider. Maybe you're not that invested, even though if you're spending money building a brand, you're pretty invested, right? And I
think that comes from a lack of knowledge, of course, and funding. I think people say stuff like that when they just ain't got the money to do the trademark, but you need to save the money. Because and I'll just share, when I launched our Dream Center app, I gave it a name, which is my grandfather's name, but I knew there were other things, but I knew one day someone would probably tell me, hey, you're going to have to change his name. I didn't know it was going to happen the next day. No, but it happened, and it was like, hey, cease and desist immediately, or we're going to litigate. And it was like, hey, I just got to change the name, keep it moving. But now when I figured out the new name is now to call India and say, trademark my name, because I don't want this smoke, and I don't want anybody stealing it.
Absolutely. And then like I always tell people, the best thing that you could ever do for yourself is to trademark before you launch, because that's an option. You can file an intent to use application. You can make sure that you can take ownership of the brand, of the logo, of whatever it is, before you spend any money buying merchandise, buying marketing materials, doing any type of branding. Because also another thing that people don't really think about, and I don't think that we're putting the dollar value to it because it doesn't have a direct dollar value in your mind, is the goodwill that you build up in your consumership, right? Mm-hmm. The expectations and the brand and what you stand by and what you stand behind and what you're assuring to people. There's a value in your reputation. There's a value in the reputation that you offer this product or you offer this service and you offer it in this way and it's affiliated with this logo or this name, right? There's a value to that. Even if you haven't really spent a lot of money building your brand, building your services up or whatever, just knowing that you've put in that sweat equity that has given you a certain level of credibility with people, mm-hmm. right? That's something that also needs to be protected.
Because you build this major brand, and when you walk in the room, people are like, oh, I know the Justice Department, right?
Yeah.
Because that's his brand. But now he's sued by the Justice Department to change his name. And now they're like, well, wait, who are you now? And you got to build this reputation all over.
Exactly. And then that's another thing that I always tell people too, is that when you think that the cost of trademarking is expensive, consider the cost of rebranding. Consider the cost of having to scrap your merch and get new merch or come out with a new design or whatever the case may be. If you think that it's expensive for you to take ownership Imagine what it's going to cost if you lose ownership or you don't have it to begin with.
So let me ask you something. Someone starts a business, they get their trademark up front, they get it, but then the website isn't available. Somebody else owns the website. Are you able to then, because you have this trademark, go after the website?
Absolutely. They call it cyber squatting. And you can, they call it
Uh,
cyber squatting, and you could bring a claim against somebody for cyber squatting. Another thing too is a lot of times, depending on who's hosting the website, you don't need to bring a claim. You can contact GoDaddy directly with your registration certificate, and then they will let the people know we're gonna have to revoke your license or ownership of this domain because it legally belongs to blah blah blah, because they're trying to avoid that third party litigation and them being involved as an intermediary, right? So there's a lot of options that you have.
That's
in that
interesting.
space. Yeah.
Because there's been many times in business where I have a name, but then the web domain is gone. I've been using the name for a long time. We got it trademark TM status by it, but then it's like, hey, you can buy it for $10,000. It's like, I could just send my
cease and desist and send a thing demanding that, or a cease and desist and a demand letter, like a combo.
Well, I'll be John Brown. You know what? Because I've paid some big money for domain names because I wanted my name, right? And it's like, I got to do what I got to do because I don't want you having this domain and people getting confused because I'm .co and you got the .com.
And if you really don't have the .com, what do you really have? What do you really? If you don't have the .com, what do you really have?
That is, Charlize on Facebook said, that's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. Listen, you know what? When we get back, Attorney India has a blessing for you because it's your season to be blessed right here on the Brunch Bunch. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share. There it is. I know. I'm messing with you. Oh, what's up, Instagram? Listen. We only need 20 seconds, 30 seconds of this. The special is whatever special you always offer.
Yeah, I know. I'm not surprised at all, man. I'm not surprised at all. Not at all.
It's your season. At the 12:56, Wayne Garcia.
I'm gonna have to start sending my request in. Next time I come, I'm sending a whole list of songs I want to hear.
Send them. We got you.
Okay. Hey, I receive it.
I'm in the city. I'm blessed in the field.
I'm blessed going out. 3, 2. I'm blessed coming in.
I'm blessed in the city, I'm blessed in the field, and I'm blessed in the studio because we are joined by Attorney India Rios, who wants to help the believers get their brands protected. And what do you have for Brunch Bunch believers?
I have a special going on right now for Brunch Bunch believers where you can save $100 on a consultation or on a trademark application by using the promo code Brunch Bunch. If you give my office a call at 773-455-0711, my assistant Mita will be more than happy to get you set up with either one of those, and she'll make sure that the discount is applied. If you're purchasing something from my website, you can use the code on the website as well. And it also applies to the contract bundle we had discussed a few shows back, the 5 contracts that every entrepreneur needs. You can apply it to that too. So that takes the price of that from $299 to $199.
And give that number one more time.
773-455-0711.
Well, listen, Attorney India is doing some amazing work. I don't care what industry you're in. If you own a business and of course it's a brand, you need to protect it because I'll tell you this. What does they say? Imitation is the best form of flattery until somebody stole your business name. Because yesterday, Dr. Don said she is not the plug, she's the outlet. Ooh. And I said, I'm putting that on the t-shirt. She said, I need to call India and trademark that. And you know what? That is the truth. Sometimes
I trademark for some gumbo for her. We can do a trade.
So you know what? Call Attorney India Rios' office at 773-455-0711. 455-0711. Let us know you heard her on the Brunch Bunch so you can get that special discount. And listen, Sugar, tell me, yes, Sugar, run me that shirt before Don get it trademarked so we can get it going. But believers, you know what? Attorney India, thank you for joining us again on the Brunch Bunch. We always enjoy you and this legal hour. And you know what? I can't wait for the next segment of Trademark Tea because we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Believers, tonight, somebody turn to your neighbor and say tonight. Tonight is the conclusion of season 2024 for Pier 31 Restaurant. If you have not been out there all summer long, guess what? Tonight is the last night that you can pull up. It's going down from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And of course, Thursday nights is house music night. But they got Juki the Kid. They got some other great DJs. You want to pull up? I'm going to stop by this evening. It's our last summer soiree at the pier. So it's bittersweet. I'm about to cry.
And Juki gonna be there. Juki going about to leave town.
Well, listen, you better be there before you leave town. India, meet Attorney India and I there. But listen, we're going to meet you up out of here because we're out of time. But we're never out of content. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. And on this Throwback Thursday, in the spirit of the late, great Reverend Clay Evans, no matter what you're going through, go home tonight, pull the covers over your shoulders, and go to sleep because angels are watching over you. Attorney India, we love you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you. Up next, AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long right here on Inspiration 1390.
You want to be
Actually, your heart came up when you did that. How you do that?
I specialize. Your heart not good enough.
My heart. What the? Doing work on Instagram?
Yeah, and I'm making it do it on both.
She making it rain. Oh, that go hard. Yeah. I did. What'd you say? Oh, the Saints be making it rain.
The Saints be making it rain. But in the house of the Lord, the offering.
Make it rain on your time.
Jarrell is, if you have not noticed, turn it down a little. I want the people to hear me. If you didn't know, Jarrell is a conservative Republican. He is a Capricorn Christian. He's saved and he's single. On next Wednesday's edition of Hump Day Hookup, have your daughters call in. We're going to hook them up. We're going to send them on a date. See y'all tomorrow. Right, I know, Lord.